guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is episode 2 of the Ramsey FCB podcast. Today we'll be looking at the 4-4 draw between Athletico Madrid and FC Barcelona in the Copa del Rey that took place yesterday. How I'm talking about a 4-4 draw in this game baffles me, because Barcelona had one job in this game, and that was to get a full 3 points from this game, because now we are going to the Metropolitano in Madrid, and that's not going to be an easy game. But anyway, Athletico Madrid, we are up in the first 5 to 6 minutes by 2-0, and Barcelona managed to bring themselves back. Anyway, it was a good game for the neutrals. I'm sure the neutrals enjoyed it very much, and we are going to look at all those things, and let's just jump right into it. Okay, so the lineups are just right there for you, and of course, there were little surprises from the Barcelona lineup. We had Szczesny in goal, and the classic back four, Balde, Koundé, and Kubasi with Inigo Martinez. In the midfield, we saw a change. Dani Olmo starts ahead of Fermin Lopez, or ahead of Gavi, and ahead of Pablo Torre. In the front three, of course, we had Lamine Yamal on the wing, Rafinha, and also we had Ferran Torres. I don't know, I think Ferran Torres is just looking like someone who's good coming off the bench and not starting games. Going into this match, we had a better head-to-head over Athletico de Madrid. We had played 5 games, and in the last 5 games, they only managed to beat us in 1, which is the last game we played at the Montjuic in the league. And again, they beat us by 1, 93rd minute goal by Soloth. And I would have hoped that Barcelona would have learned from what happened in the league game, but it's the same things over and over again. Anyway, we knew it wasn't going to be an easy game. Atletico Madrid are on the strongest defense in Europe. In the top 5 leagues in Europe right now, Atletico Madrid are among the strongest, and they are about 0.7 goals per game. And to have to score 4 goals past this defense line was impressive, and that's why I praise Hansi Flick's managerial skills. Alright, the first goal in this game was scored by Julian Alvarez, straight from the corner. Mistake by Paul Kubasi, didn't mark his man well, and Julian Alvarez was unmarked in the far post, and 1-0 to Atletico de Madrid. The second goal was scored by Griezmann. Again, a lapse in the defense, Barcelona defense. They are caught napping. Griezmann, the former Barcelona guy, went ahead and scored. Of course, Szczesny gets a hand to it. He almost saved it, but it was still back in the goal. And again, it was a mistake from our high line. Hansi Flick was very furious. We could see him on the touchline. He couldn't understand what the team was doing, but Pedri comes and scores the first goal for FC Barcelona. It was a good ball from Lamine Yamal into Koundé, who was overlapping on the right wing, and Koundé sends in a very beautiful cut back to meets, and it's a 2-1 to Barcelona. It was a beautiful gameplay, and Pedri is really doing magic for Barcelona right now. I think Pedri is at the center of our team. Without Pedri, we are looking like we can't even do anything. So kudos to Pedri. He draws us back 2-1 to Atletico Madrid. The next goal was scored by Paul Kubasi, the guy who made a mistake. Again, in the back line, he covers up for himself. It's another corner, and Atletico de Madrid's defense was caught napping in this game, and they couldn't mark Paul Kubasi better. So Paul Kubasi scores, and it's 2-2. Alright, the third goal was scored by Inigo Martinez. Again, it is from another corner. Atletico Madrid's defense line is sleeping. They are caught napping. Inigo Martinez actually makes a run and is not followed. No one follows Inigo Martinez in this gameplay. Fourth goal was scored by none other than our number 9, Robert Lewandowski. Again, it's a beautiful gameplay. Switch from Pedri to Lamine Yamal on the left, and Lamine Yamal does his magic. He was cooking in this game, by the way. He played like Lamine Yamal that we know. He passes through 2 defenders and manages to bring in a very beautiful cross to Robert Lewandowski, who could only tap it in. He wouldn't have had any easier chance in the game, but knowing that he had failed some simple tappings already, but he manages to push on this one in, and it's 4-2 FC Barcelona. At this point, you would think Barcelona would sit back, defend what they have. They have a 2-goal advantage, which they can take to Madrid at the Metropolitano, but they continue committing players forward. Atletico Madrid take advantage of our high line. It's another goal from Saloth, who is enjoying himself against Barcelona. He has scored in the last 5 games he's played against Barcelona, both at Villarreal and at Athletico Madrid. Move on to the player ratings. We'll start with our goalkeeper, Szczesny in goal. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I think he played very well in this game. He made some very beautiful saves both in the first half and most of the goals that Atletico Madrid scored, he couldn't do anything about. They go from Griezmann, he tried to save it. Even the last goal from Salah, he had a hand to it, but it was really difficult to save those. So he really did well in this game, and I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He's still undefeated, by the way. Since he joined FC Barcelona, he has had a lot of wins and some draws, but he is undefeated. What a goalkeeper we got in with Szczesny. Alright, going to the defense line, starting with the center backs. I'll start with Nico Martinez. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I think he played very well. Our central defenders were good. Both Martinez and also Kubasi were good, except from the mistake that Kubasi made. But Nico Martinez, again, taking charge of that back line, encouraging the young players to at least hold the high line the way they are supposed to hold it, the way they train in the trainings. But I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I think he was very good. He made some very good blocks as well, and he was just providing leadership very well, and I'll give him an 8 out of 10 from me. And on the other side is Paul Kubasi as the center back. I think I'll give him an 8 out of 10 as well. He had a good game. He made the mistake in the first goal that they scored. He couldn't just mark his player that he had, but he still recovered. He had a goal, and if he gets a goal and assist in this game, I would give him a 9 or 10 out of 10. But he really did play very well. He made very crucial tackles, very crucial blocks, and we could have been down by many goals, but Kubasi. Moving on to the right back, we have Kunde, who I think played poorly in this game. I'll give him a 6.5 out of 10. I think he was being found by many of the Atletico players, and they knew there was a gap there. They pressured him, and he just couldn't provide what he has been doing in the past few games. We expect more from Kunde. He really had a bad game, and I think he can improve. So I'll give him a 6.5. I think if he doesn't get that assist, I'll probably drop him to a 5 or even a 4. He was very poor in this game. And on the other side, on the left side, in the back, it was Baude. I think he had a fair game. He was taking on players. I think he was doing what he could do. But again, the high line was really working against them today. Of course, Atletico Madrid are very good when it comes to breaking through that high line. And they broke through the high line quite easily from the fullbacks. They couldn't do it in the middle because they knew that they can't go through Kubasi and Inigo Martinez, so they had to go through the fullbacks, and he had a very good game, I think, and probably 7 out of 10 is a fair rating for him. In the midfield, we have Frankie de Jong, and I think he really played very, very well in this game. I'll give him an 8.5 out of 10. He was holding up play very well. He was controlling that midfield, and he did well. I know he was started ahead of Casado. In games that are outgoing, Marc Casado tends to play better than Frankie de Jong, but at least de Jong proved himself in this game and is making that claim that he has to be in the starting lineup. And his counterpart in the pivot is Pedri, and Pedri, oh my god, Pedri is just sensational. I think right now Pedri is among the best midfielders we have in La Liga, actually in Europe. He's doing very well. He's creating chances. That midfield without Pedri is just broken. And I give him a 9 out of 10. And I think it's well deserved. He gets the goal, and also if he gets an assist, I probably give him a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10. Moving on to our number 10, Dani Olmo. I would give him a 7 out of 10. I think he was fairly okay, but we expect more from Dani Olmo as the only natural number 10 we have in the squad. We expect something more than what he gave out today, but he still played well. He could pick up passes very well, but he's not such a player that gets in behind. I think Fermin Lopez or Pablo Torre or even Gavi can do better in that line, but he still performed very well. I would give him a 7 out of 10. If he gets a goal, he probably moves to an 8 out of 10, but he did well, and 7 out of 10 I think is fitting for him. On the wing, we have Lamine Yamal, another belter from him, another beautiful performance from him. This is the Lamine Yamal we know, and we know him as a game changer. They didn't have him in the last game, and we could see the difference. Lamine Yamal just makes a difference for Barcelona. I'll give him an 8.5. If he gets a goal, he's looking at a 9 or 9.5. Very beautiful play from him, and very good game that he had. And on the other wing, Rafinha, I'll give Rafinha a 9 out of 10. I think Rafinha just had a beautiful game. His press was good. His assists, he gets 2 assists in this game. I think he had a very beautiful game altogether. That's why that front line, they can touch the number 9, but they can't touch Lamine and Rafinha. Those are untouchable in the front line, unless Barcelona is just leading by 5 goals or so. That's when they can remove him. But Rafinha did very, very well. That's why when he was substituted in this game, they substitute Pedri, we just crumbled because we didn't have any press, we didn't have any control in the midfield. They removed the guys that were doing that. So very beautiful game from Rafinha. I think he's one of our best players this season, and we pray that he remains fit, that he can continue doing what he's doing. So a 9 out of 10 from me for Rafinha. Beautiful game from him. And in the number 9 position, Ferran Torres. Oh my God. Ferran Torres has been crying to be in the starting lineup, and I'm sure most of us fans were saying Hansi Flick should give him an opportunity to show himself, and he's given the opportunity and he just messes it up completely. He has 3 clean tap-ins, 3 clean 1v1s which he missed. How can you miss such 1v1s? It's a 4 out of 10. I could have actually dropped him to a 3, but his running in behind was good, but he just has poor finishing. I don't know what happens. I think Ferran is just good coming off the bench when there is less pressure on him, or maybe when he's needed to make a change. But starting line, I think that's why Robert Lewandowski, no matter how he performs, he's always in the starting lineup because of this very poor performance from Ferran. I think he can do much better. He's been quite clinical in the past few games, but this game, very poor. 4 out of 10 from me for Ferran Torres, this shark. And the team performance overall, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think the whole team did very well. The team went down 2-0 in the first 5 to 6 minutes, and that's not easy. Going down 2-0 against the best defense in Europe is not easy. They managed to still score 4 goals past them. I know, look, Atletico Madrid are able to put up a low block when they score and defend, and Barcelona has always been struggling at the low block, but they managed to score 4 goals past Atletico de Madrid, and to me that's very good. Kudos to the manager who knows how to create chances for the team. The manager, like Pep says, the job of the manager is to get the players from the back into the final third, and from the final third they have to show their skill. But Hansi Flick has been able to create chances for these players over and over again, and it's really beautiful. I think they get an 8 out of 10. They played well. Many teams would crumble against Atletico Madrid. If you go 2-0 down in the first 5 minutes, you would crumble, but they still managed to come back and score 4 goals past them. So 8 out of 10. The manager rating, Hansi Flick, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I've dropped him lower than the team because I think the team did well, but boy, those substitutions were just awful. They are just weak substitutions. I know probably Hansi Flick is looking at the number of games that are coming ahead for the team, so he has to rotate players and all, and he probably thought we are 4-2 up. What can go wrong? Let me make the changes. But the moment he got off Pedri, he gets off Rafinha on the left wing, we just crumbled. We couldn't press, we couldn't create chances, we couldn't control the midfield. Our guys were pressing, they were doing a high line, but there was no midfield to help the back line. So Atletico Madrid had an easy game. They could easily get behind. Look at the goal that Soloth scored. There were 3 of them in front and all the Barca players were behind them. 3 Atletico Madrid players. So I really trust Hansi Flick. I love him as a manager. He's done very good for the club. What he's done right now, not many coaches can achieve that. He's managed to bring Barcelona from where they were to a team that can compete in Europe. Remember, we are not even competing like this, but it's a team that can compete in Europe. And I think he's a very good coach. Just made bad substitutions today that didn't help the team. I know, like Atletico Madrid bringing Soloth, you know their target is that aerial strength that Soloth has, and they're running in behind. I thought Hansi Flick was going to bring in Araujo immediately Salot came in, but he brings in the attackers. I think he was still going for resting players. They are the front line, but again, Atletico Madrid ended up benefiting from our mistakes and also from the tactical error that Hansi Flick made. But nice game all in all for the neutrals. It was a beautiful game. 8 goals scored, 4 already in the first half. What a beautiful game of football. Alright, those are my thoughts on the 4-4 draw between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, and now it is everything to play for at the Metropolitano in Madrid, and this game will be in April, I think on April the 2nd, and it's not going to be an easy game for Barcelona. I know in La Liga there are 2 stadiums that are just not easy to play in. Of course, the Santiago Bernabeu and the Madrid, and also the Metropolitano for Atletico de Madrid. It's not going to be an easy game. I think Atletico Madrid have a better edge because they'll be at home, so they stand a better chance of qualifying to the finals. But Hansi Flick has always shown that he's able to pull results when we need it. We've already managed to beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu in a very tough stadium. I think we can also do it at the Metropolitano. Alright guys, what do you think? That's my analysis. Please hit me up in the comments. And what do you think? Do you think Barcelona will manage to get the needed goals and go through to the final of the Copa del Rey, or Atletico Madrid will walk out the winners on that day? Please hit me up, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next episode. And as always, Visca Barca.